That moment when you're staring at a screen, you have work to do, but your mind feels like a browser with too many tabs open. Nothing loads properly. You might call this a lack of focus or mental fatigue. In a performance context, it's a system error. Your processing throughput has dropped to near zero. This is not a personal failing. It is not a character flaw. It is a predictable, mechanical output of a dysregulated biological system. Your brain is not lazy. Its primary operating system, the one for deep work, has encountered a fatal error and shut down to prevent damage. To understand the crash, think of your prefrontal cortex not as a muscle, but as a control panel. Its job is executive function, decision-making, filtering, sustained attention. This control panel has a limited and non-renewable power supply for any given work session. We can call this your cognitive bandwidth. Cognitive overload is what happens when the demand on that bandwidth exceeds its supply. The system doesn't slow down gracefully, it crashes. The demand isn't just your to-do list, it's the constant low-grade processing of environmental noise, the chatter, the notifications, the unresolved tasks. This is background load. When background load is high, your brain's threat detection network remains subtly active. It's constantly scanning, a process that itself consumes bandwidth. This creates a vicious feedback loop. High load triggers scanning. Scanning consumes the bandwidth needed to clear the load. The load increases. The crash becomes inevitable. Willpower is not the missing resource here. Trying to focus harder is like pressing a broken button repeatedly. It only drains the remaining power. The solution is not to add more power, it is to reduce the parasitic drain. You need to lower the background processing load to free up bandwidth for the main task. But you can't just think your way out of a scanning state. The scanning is an automatic subcortical process. Thought is cortical. They speak different languages. To communicate with an automatic system, you need an automatic signal, a signal that the system's own wiring is built to recognize as a priority command. The most direct line to this system is not through thought, but through sensory input, specifically through predictable, structured sound. Auditory predictability tells the threat detection network the environment is stable. You can stand down from scanning mode. When the scanning stops, the parasitic drain on your prefrontal bandwidth ceases. The control panel regains access to its full operating capacity. This is not about relaxation, it is about system reset. It is flipping a biological circuit breaker so the main system can reboot. The tool to execute this reset is an audio protocol. It is a specific sequence of sounds engineered to create that signal of auditory predictability. It is not music. Music is complex and emotionally variable. This is a functional signal. It is a predictable waveform. When this signal is introduced, it creates a buffer against unpredictable environmental noise. It gives the scanning system a single, steady input to lock onto. With the scanning subsystem occupied by this predictable signal, the prefrontal cortex is disinhibited. Its resources are no longer being hijacked. The result is not a forced focus, but a recovered capacity. The feeling is not of strain, but of available space. The cognitive crash alert is cleared. This protocol is a diagnostic tool as much as a corrective one. Using it shows you what your mind feels like when it's not defending against noise. It calibrates your baseline. You experience the difference between operating with a system error and operating without one. The goal is cognitive clarity. It is the efficient allocation of your biological resources to the task you choose, not the noise you didn't. If you would like to test this signal reset for yourself, a calibrated audio protocol is available. It is a 9-minute tool. Use it at the onset of cognitive overload or as a reset between complex tasks. It is a system intervention. Observe the change in your available bandwidth. Monitor the shift from system crash to system ready. This is applied neuroscience. This is not self-help. This is system maintenance.
This channel isn't for entertainment. It's a neural maintenance library. To ensure you always have these tools at hand when the pressure rises, subscribe and save this video.